How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. We've got more Marvel Legends retro Spider-Man goodness. We finally have a Scorpion for our collection. But wait, well, I do have the old Toy Biz one, which will go in comparisons. But we finally have a Hasbro Marvel Legends Scorpion on this awesome retro card. Thanks, Big Bad Toy Store. So yeah, with all that being said, we'll take a close look at the box and then we'll get this bad boy open. Taking a close look at the box, you can see we've got that 90s nostalgia all over. There's Scorpion on the back. We've got like the swappable parts. Well, he doesn't have any, he just has a bendy tail. Marvel Scorpion, Spider-Man up there, like the animated show. There is a blurb on the back, so we'll check that out. There at the top, you can see it says Marvel Comics Spider-Man Marvel down there. And then we've got a picture of Scorpion and then just another picture of Scorpion because he doesn't have any swappable hands or heads or anything. And then his little blurb says, possessing superhuman athleticism and a mechanical battlesuit, the Scorpion is driven by his obsessive hatred for Spider-Man. Fun fact, J. Jonah Jameson was the original sponsor of Scorpion. He's the one that got McDonald Gargan to wear the Scorpion suit and take the mutate serum that gave him his, I want to hunt an arachnid mutation, I guess, because that's basically how Scorpion thinks. He's like, oh, spider, I'm a Scorpion, that's my prey. But with all of that being said, let's get this bad boy open. I have already done so with the finest of precision possible, but if you did want to get him out and not ruin the card, all you have to do is cut that plastic on the side, and then you can kind of just, well, pull him out. And look, the card is fine. I didn't ruin it because I'm awesome. And there's Scorpion. And here is Scorpion out of the box with his awesome bendy tail, which as you can see is super long, and it was a little bit hard to get him posed with it, but he balances perfectly fine, as you can see. Super excited to finally have him. He's been one of the Hasbro figures missing from my collection for a while, and I didn't quite want to get that older Scorpion anyway, because just I don't like his face not showing. I know it's more comic accurate than this version, which is way closer to the animated show, although not completely accurate to that either. But he's still awesome, and it's still filling a huge gap in my Spider-Man shelf. Now I really just need Mysterio and Vulture, and I'll feel like I have all of Spider-Man's main villains. So Hasbro, re-release that retro Mysterio because I kept sleeping on it, and then release a retro Vulture, please. Checking out the height of our Scorpion figure, he stands at about 6.5 inches, and his tail is about 12 inches. I already measured it. I don't want to get it unfurled because it makes him hard to stand, but it's like about 12 inches long. So yeah, he's 6.5 inches high, 12-inch long tail. So yeah, there you go. And going over his accessories, he has none. He just has his bendy wire tail, which is basically part of articulation. So, going over the articulation, we do have that classic ball head and socket, which makes sense because this is complete reuse of that other Scorpion figure. I believe even the head is. It's just painted differently. No butterfly joints, but coming down, shoulders go up 90 degrees, a little bit more than that. We do get bicep cut. We do get double jointed elbows, so yeah, that's good. We do get a ball peg at the torso, no ab crunch, but we do get a waist cut right there. Legs come up that far forward, that far back. Kick his own butt. Not quite. Oh, and look at that. The plastic is kind of coming apart there. I'll have to be careful of that. Sorry, I have hiccups. Coming down, double knee. I already went over that. But we do have a boot cut. And we also have ankles, side to side, up, down. And the wrist is side to side on that one. Is it up, down? Yeah, no, it's up, down. And side to side on this one. And then, of course, we do have his tail, which is bendy wire. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see more. But yeah, it's bendy wire. You can pose it however you want to, which is pretty cool. Great to see that for Dr. Octopus. Hint, hint, Hasbro. I know they said it's coming, but still, should have been had it. But yeah, a nice paint on that. Nice paint all around. It's like I said, it's more like the animated series Scorpion as opposed to a comic Scorpion. Let me get him to focus again. But regardless, it is good to have an updated Scorpion because the one that I had was old. First up for scale and comparison, we have our new retro Scorpion with our old Toy Biz, very old Toy Biz Scorpion, who still has his little rocket on the end of his tail, which fires if you press the button. And there it went. And there he goes. Oh no, I sacrificed that. But as you can see, he's a very outdated figure. It's basically the same design, just a little bit more paint, a little bit darker colors, open mask, stripes, dark green, light green. But yeah, this one is way more what I remember when I think of Scorpion, because I didn't really read comics during his initial run. My first experience with Scorpion was in the show, so yeah, but there's those two together. Next up, here he is with our amazing fantasy Spider-Man with the raft head, because it's basically the closest representation to McFarlane's Spider-Man that I can get, which is what I think of when I think of Spider-Man, because again, I'm a 90s kid. And even sometimes Spider-Man had the black instead of the blue on his suit, and that, or it was like just mostly black with blue highlights. So it's pretty accurate to me. It's got the big eyes. It's from that raft heads, or that raft set. So yeah, pretty fast becoming my favorite Spider-Man, if only he had toe articulation. Speaking of toe articulation, here he is with the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. As you can see, they're basically the same height, so that's cool. He's a little bit more, less intimidated by Scorpion if he's the same height, I imagine. Because, you know, Scorpion's Spider's natural predator, so yeah. For more retro bad guy rep, here he is with Kingpin, as you can see, who is quite a bit larger than he is. And also Retro Rhino, who I also have a review for on this channel, so check that out if you haven't seen it. I'll try to put a card in the video if I remember. If not, you can find it. Just search Rowdy Riles Rhino and you'll find it. For MCU comparison, here he is with Bro Thor and our Homecoming Spider-Man, with his backpack from that Tom Holland Peter Parker Ned 2-pack. Here he is with our SHF Ultraman, who's shorter than him, but he's shorter than most Marvel Legends because SHF is like true 1/12. They're pretty small as far as 6-inch goes. For our G.I. Joe Classified series, here he is with Zartan and Zorana, in case you wanted to have Scorpion fighting some Cobra or some Joes, probably some Joes. Here he is with our Black Series New Buck Stormtrooper. And then lastly, here with the Lightning Collection, here he is with Tommy and Kimberly, the Green and Pink Ranger. So yeah, there's our scale and comparison. Hopefully that gives you a good idea. Wide range of different figures, most of them Hasbro though. So with all that being said, you guys, I will say the retro carded Scorpion was totally worth it, because he was totally worth it to me. I did not have a Scorpion on my shelf other than the old Toy Biz one, who I took off a while ago because I was just like, eventually Hasbro will release a cheaper one, because the one that came with, I don't know what the Build-A-Figure was, but it was way more expensive. So yeah, it's not perfect. It's basically an animated version, and even then it's not completely accurate, but it is Scorpion. You see him on your shelf, you're like, oh, there's one of Spider-Man's arch enemies, Scorpion. So yeah, totally works. With all that being said, comment down below if you guys like this figure, if you like this video, if you like the retro wave. I love how they get the villains out on that. Like this video, of course, smash that like button if you liked it, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed, because you need to subscribe, y'all. You gotta watch my videos, because you come and watch them and then you go away, but you don't subscribe. So subscribe, and then you can see me every week. So yeah, as always, I love you guys. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.